Hi everyone, so welcome to lesson 4 now. So we're on to addition using the expanded column addition. So what I'm going to do again, as I have done all week, is I'm going to show you these slides so you can scroll back through the video and pause them on the one that you need because they're really useful to help you. So expanded column addition looks a little bit like this. So we're one step away now from the sort of traditional column addition that we're probably more used to using as adults, and probably some of the parents may recognise from their time at school. So the expanded column addition, we're setting it up at the top here. We've got the column addition as you would normally. Underneath though, we're expanding it out. So we're doing, first of all, we're doing the units, add the units, and putting that there. And then we're doing, underneath that, we're doing the tens, add the tens. All of these are colour coordinated, so you can see where the numbers are coming from. So the 3 add the 4 is a 7 units. That there is not 4 add 2, it's actually 40 add 20, which is 60, because this is our tens column. And this is what we're really trying to get across by teaching this method to the children, is that when they're doing a column addition, then they know what the values are of the numbers that they're adding. They're not doing 4 add 2 here, they're doing 40 add 20, because this is our tens column. So that's 60, and then we're recombining them together underneath to get 67. Okay, and it works then for sometimes you're going across a boundary if you go above 10. Okay, so again, setting it out in the same way, we've got 6 add 8, this time gives us 14. Okay, and this is showing us there that the 4 is the unit, but our tens would go into our tens column over here to be part of this calculation. So we've got 4 add 8, 8 add 4, which isn't 8 add 4 really, it's actually 80 add 40, which gives us 120. And then we've got to recombine them together. We've got 4 units. We've got this 2 tens here, 20, but we've got this 110 as well that came from our units calculation there. And then we've got 1 as well added into our hundreds column because we've gone above hundreds. So there we go. There. Expanded method again can keep going on. We can keep going on. We add another colour, another column, so we're into our hundreds now. So we've got 7 add 8 gives us 15. Then we've got 80 add 40 gives us 120. And then here isn't 6 add 2, it's 600 add 200, which gives us 800. And then we can recombine at the bottom to give us our total answer to 687. Add 248 is 935. So that is how the expanded column addition works. When you're doing this, it's really important to line your numbers up in columns so you know where your numbers are. Okay, use the units, the tens and the hundreds column, the thousands column if you get onto them. Okay, so they can help you set them out correctly. So I'm going to jump over onto the big board now and do a couple together, and then you should be able to have a go yourselves. All right then, thanks a lot. Bye. Okay, so here we are onto the big board. Okay, so I've done one first to have a look at together. So I've done 30, my calculation is 32 at 25. I've set it out in my columns. Okay, so I've got my 32, 25 on top of each other. I've lined my units up, I've lined my tens up, and that's really, really important. So we're doing the expanded method now. So this is the step before we do normal column addition. And this is a way of showing that we actually know what's going on when we do column addition. Because like I've said, column addition is a bit of a trick. Okay, so I've got my units. I've added my units together. 2 add 5 is 7, and then underneath I've done 3 add 2, which is actually 30 add 20 equals 50, to give me 57 as my answer. I can put over here. Okay, so if I had one where I've got to go across, if I were to cross a boundary, so I might have a calculation of what could I do over here? Wrong colour. I'm going to do 47 add 36. And like I said before, when you do it, you don't have to do the colours. I'm just showing you that, so that's where we get the numbers from. So the first thing is I've got to put it in my columns, so line it up. And when I'm doing column addition, I like to put the biggest number on top. But it doesn't matter which way around they go really, because you will get the same answer whichever way when doing an addition, not when you're doing a subtraction. Okay, So now I do my equals at the bottom, so I do a big equals and then where I'm going to recombine at the very bottom. So now what I do is I start off with my units as per usual, like I do every single time. So I've got 7 add 6, which would give me 13. Okay, so I put my 13 here. Okay, and then I've got 4 add 3, which I know is actually 40 add 30 because it's in my tens column, and that would give me 70. Okay, then I can recombine them together. I can do a little addition if I want to. Okay, so I've got my 3 there, 1 add 7 gives me 8. So I know then that the answer to my calculation is 83. Okay, so I've added my units, and I've added my tens, and then I've recombined those together. Okay, so as per usual, when we're doing, we'll talk through a couple on here for you to have a go at. So you're going to use your dice again to roll to make your calculations. If you've got a 9-sided dice, that will make it more difficult. Okay, but you can use a 6-sided dice. That's not a problem at all. So you'd use your dice to make your calculation. So your calculation you might get 58 add 64. Okay, so you might get that. Like I said before, I like to put the bigger number on top. Okay, so I'm using pink for that. So I've got 60, and then I've got 4, and then I've got 50, and I've got 8. Okay, and I do my equals underneath here, a bigger one, and a smaller one at the bottom when I've recombined them. Okay, so I start off with my units. So my units here are 4 add 8. So I know that 4 add 8 is going to give me 12. I can use my fingers however I want to on there. So I put my 12 here. And then I've got 5 add 6, which I actually know is 50 add 60. Okay, so my 50 add 60 gives me 110. Okay, and now I've crossed into another boundary. I've come across the boundary and it turns into the hundreds. Okay, I need to start another column. Right, a little on too tight. Okay, so I need to cross over into another boundary. 50 add 60 is 110. Okay, so then I can recombine them together. I can either do that mentally or I can do it through a little column addition in itself. So I can do a 2, 2, and 1. So I know 58 add 64 is 122. Okay, so that's the expanded method for that one. We'll do one more together, which is going to be a 3-digit add a 3-digit. Again, I'm drawing on myself. Again, all I'm doing is I'm using my dice to create that number. Okay, so I might have 146 add 327. Okay, set it out in exactly the same way. So all I'm doing is I'm putting my numbers in columns. Okay, so they're nice and clear on top of each other. So I'm going to use purple for my hundreds. So I've got 300 and 27, and then I've got 146. So I need 146. And I do my big equal sign. Okay, and then my little equal sign at the bottom. This time I'm going to have 3 sets of numbers because I've got 3 columns. Okay, so I start off 7 add 6. I know it's going to give me 13. I'll write my 13 here. Okay, then I'm going to do my 20 add my 40 because I know that these are my tens column, so I know that that's actually 20 add 40. So 20 add 40 gives me 60. Okay, and now I'm onto my hundreds column. Now I know that this is in my hundreds, so therefore this is 300 add 100. So 300 add 100 is going to give me 400. optimal at the bottom. So I've got 13, 20 add 40 is 60, 3 add 1 or 300 add 100 is 400. Okay, and then I can just recombine them together. I'll do a little column addition if I want to. So I've got 3 on this, 3 add 0 is 3, 1 add 6 add 0 is 7, and then 4 add nothing is 4. So I know that the answer to 146 and 327 is 473. Okay, and it's as simple as that. Scroll back and use the slides at the beginning to help you, okay, to do this expanded method. I know it takes a little bit longer than the column addition that we'll look at tomorrow, but it's really important that you do this step so you know when you're doing your column additions what numbers you're adding together, okay? It just really secures that place value knowledge so you know what's going on, okay? Shows you've got understanding. Alright, so have a go at some of these. Again, maybe 10, 15 questions like this. Roll the dice, choose your number to make your numbers. Start off with 2 add 2 digit. You could even do 2 add 1 digit if you're not very comfortable with it. Then 2 digit, you could do 2 digit add 3 digit, 3 digit add 3 digit. If you want to push yourself and then go to 1,000 into the 4 digits, of course you can. Roll again, get another number, and then you'll need another column as well. So you need to make your equals a bit bigger. All right, so that's the expanded method. Tomorrow we're on to full-blown column addition. Okay. Hope you're all well. Stay safe. Catch you soon. Bye.